Great Wall Chinese, Book 3, Unit 9. This is TechMandarin.com. I'm Li Cong. Today our new word is jungle boat. Longzhou. Longzhou. A jungle boat is a very long and narrow canoe-style human-powered boat. It is now used in the team paddling sport of jungle boat racing, which originated in China over 2,000 years ago. For example, what is a jungle boat? 一个龙舟是什么？ There is the Jungle Boat Race and the Jungle Boat Festival. 在龙舟节举行龙舟比赛。What do usually Jungle Boat Festival? 在龙舟节，人们通常干什么 ？How do people celebrate Jungle Boat Festival? 人们是如何庆祝龙舟节的 ？Have you ever seen Jungle Boat races? 你有没有看过龙船比赛？ 端午 Festival is also called Jungle Boat Festival. 端午节又称龙舟节。The big event for the Jungle Boat Festival is the Jungle Boat Race. 端午节的盛事就是龙舟比赛。Do you know when Jungle Boat Festival is? 你知道什么时候是端午节吗 ？Next, we'll tell you some useful knowledge about Jungle Boat. For example, the standard crew complement for contemporary jungle boat is around 22, comprising 20 paddlers in pairs facing toward the bow of the boat, one drummer or caller at the bow facing toward the paddlers, and one sweep or tiller at the rear of the boat. Although for races it is common to have just 18 paddlers. Jungle boats vary in length and crew size will vary accordingly, from small jungle boats with 10 paddlers up to the massive traditional boats which have upwards of 50 paddlers plus drummer and sweep. For example, in the area around the Tianhe district of Guangzhou, Guangdong, China, the paddlers will increase to nearly 80 or more. The drummer or caller may be considered the heartbeat of the jungle boat and leads the crew throughout a race with a rhythmic beating of a drum to indicate the timing and frequency of paddling strokes. The caller may issue commands to the crew through a combination of hand signals and voice calls, and also generally exhorts the crew to perform at their peak. A caller is mandatory during race events, but if he or she is not present during training, it is typical for the sweep to direct the crew. The paddlers sit facing forwards and use a specific type of paddler which is not rigged to the racing watercraft in any way. Therefore, jungle boaters are paddlers, not rowers or women. They pair in the general cruise style, since canoes, jungle boats, prows and rafts are all distinctly differing paddlecraft, all paddled similarly. Variations exist due to the size and seating position in the boat. Similar to outrigger canoe racing, but unlike competitive rowing and canoe racing, jungle boating has a rich fabric of ancient ceremonial, ritualistic and religious traditions. In other words, the modern competitive aspect is but one small part of this complex of watercraftsmanship. The use of jungle boats for racing and jungles are believed by modern scholars, sinologists and anthropologists. For example, Joseph Needham and George Worcester, author of Junks and Sampans of the Yangtze River, to have originated in southern central China more than 2,500 years ago, along the banks of such iconic rivers as the Chang Jiang, also known as Yangtze. Jungle boat racing is the basis for annual water rituals and festival celebrations, and for the traditional veneration of the ancient jungle water deity has been practiced continuously since this period. This celebration is an important part of ancient agricultural Chinese society, celebrating the summer rice harvest. Jungle boat racing activity historically was situated in the Chinese subcontinent's southern central rice bowl, where there were rice paddies, so were there jungle boats. Contemporary folk tradition commonly attributes jungle boating's origins to the saving of a Zhou folk hero, Qu Yuan. But jungle boats are raced in some parts of China where this legendary figure is not venerated and revered. and the competitions predate the Juyan legend itself, a tale which emerged only in the Han Dynasty as listed in Simatian's work, Record of the Grand Historian. Juyan and his resurrection following his suicide, joining in the Yangtze River to protest the political corruption, can also be regarded on a sociological level as a kind of fertility god for ensuring good rice crop harvests, giving rise to annual reenactments by the agrarian, giving rise to annual reenactments by the agrarian societies living in the rice-reaping regions of Asian China. Rice seedlings are annually drawn underwater in the rice paddies, and this is annually symbolized by Quyuan's watery demise during the Duanwujie. Jungle boat racing is a modern sport. Modern jungle boat racing is organized at an international level by the International Jungle Boat Federation, the IDBF, a member of the General Association of International Sports Federations, GAISF, recognized two types of jungle boat racing activities, namely sport racing, as practiced by IDBF member organizations, and festival racing, which are the more traditional and informal types of races organized around the world, while racing rules vary from event to event. Sport racing distances are normally over 200 meters or 250 meters, 500 meters, 1,000 meters, and 2,000 meters. A festival racing is typically a sprint event of several hundred meters, with 500 meters being a standard distance in many international festival races. There are also some very long endurance events, such as the 3-gorge dam rally along the Yangtze River near Yichang, Hubei Province, China, which covers up to 100 kilometers, and the Old River Marathon in Australia, which covers over 50 kilometers. There is even a frozen mist and ice wintertime jungle boat racing event held in Jilin, a city and province north of Beijing. Recent events. The IDBF has organized the World Nations Jungle Boat Racing Championships (WDBRC) for representative national or territorial teams every 2 years since 1995. In between World Championship years, IDBF Club Crew World Championships (CCWC) are held for the world's top club-based crews. In 2005, the IDBF introduced the Corporate and Community World Championships designed for crews that normally receive festival races and aim at a weekend warrior type of competitor and not the elite international standard or series club crew competitor. In 2006, under the patronage of the IDBF, the first World Championships for breast cancer survivors, the Pink Paddlers, were held in Singapore. The second BCS World Championships will be held in Miami, Florida, USA in July 2009, in conjunction with the World Qualcomm Championships. It's time to review the new word, jungle boat, Longzhou. This is TechMandarin.com. Thanks for your version. See you next time.